Property Point brings you Entrepreneurship 180 on 180 with Bob, a Kaya FM business awareness initiative.
KayaFM95.9, good music, good friends. On 180 with Bob, talking to, with, and about entrepreneurs. Today, Shawn Theunissen, Head of Corporate Social Responsibility at Growthpoint Properties. Now, he's the founder of Property Point, Growthpoint Properties Enterprise Development Program. Also heads up Corporate Social Responsibility at Growthpoint Properties. The man believes in the holistic and sustainable development of entrepreneurs. Property Point program has been specifically designed to meet these objectives, and we'll be discussing quite a few of them. Shawn, in this country, we've talked a lot about entrepreneurship being the one way we can create a whole lot of jobs. But most of the time we hear about teachers who are at retirement age, they grab the money and want to set up shop. You have to know if you're an entrepreneur. How does one really know that one is an entrepreneur?
I think a true entrepreneur is really someone that is able to see a vision for a business opportunity, that's able to identify it, innovate, and grab that opportunity. So a true entrepreneur needs to add value in the market that they are operating in. They need to be able to be very systematic in terms of planning their progress and really know that there's a market for what they want to do out there. At Property Point, we provide businesses with what we call a virtual incubation. What we do is we ring fence a business. We identify groups of businesses, which we then partner with for a period of 2 years. And through this partnership with Property Point, these businesses are able to really understand what is needed in their business to make their business competitive and to make it self-sustainable, which is two very strong characteristics in this market.
Entrepreneurship is something that's handled in this country at all levels. We believe that it'll sort out the job, the skills, innovation, and the rest of all that stuff. But why is Growthpoint doing this?
Bob, when we started with Property Point in 2008, our aim was really to say, how can we actually contribute to this whole thing the mantra of job creation? And we started up by saying, let's focus on entrepreneurs. And our motto is that we want to grow entrepreneurs. So Property Point is there to be able to grow entrepreneurs, to be able to create jobs in the marketplace, and to give access to opportunities or exposure in the marketplace to businesses that would have not necessarily have gotten those opportunities.
Now, this is the first of all the interviews that we're going to have. Let's distinguish between the difference between Growthpoint and Property Point. Who's playing what part?
Okay, so Growthpoint Properties is South Africa's largest listed property company. And they are also funding, and Property Point is Growthpoint Properties Enterprise Development Program. So what you basically have is Growthpoint being the big brother and Property Point being out there helping the small guys, the entrepreneurs.
In your position as a corporate social responsibility officer, what is it that you identify in these people that says, well, we can go with you for the 2 years?
What we do as part of our assessment of entrepreneurs, we've got a basic criteria. Business needs to be in place for about 2 years, 51% black owned, and have had some experience in terms of contracts. But there's a very intangible thing that we look at. We look at the potential for growth. And that can only be established when you start engaging with the business owner on a one-on-one basis and really start seeing, does this person have a vision for their business? Are they passionate about what they're doing? Are they actually wanting to take this dream from where they're at the moment to competing effectively in the marketplace? Because we're all about competing effectively.
Now, how long has it been going, and are you happy with the outcome so far?
So Property Point initially got launched in 2008. In terms of some of the impact that we measure over this point in time, we've been able to successfully incubate 45 businesses. We've created with those businesses direct jobs and sustainable jobs, over 400 jobs through contracts with Growthpoint. We've also been able to open up procurement opportunities over the tune of about 30 million. So those are some nice economic indicators that we're looking at. But over and above that, we've also been able to touch over 2,000 entrepreneurs with our networking sessions that we have called To The Point sessions. And our base is really to say, how can we impact that marketplace where small businesses are at.
Given the rod and not the fish, Shawn Theunissen, Head of Corporate Social Responsibility at Growthpoint Properties, founder of Property Point, Growthpoint Properties Enterprise Development Program. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thanks.
Property Point, growing sustainable entrepreneurs on KayaFM95.9. Property Point is an enterprise development program that empowers entrepreneurs with the practical tools and skills to build sustainable businesses. Our multifaceted skills training, support, and personal development programs seek to develop businesses operating in South Africa's property sector. Visit propertypoint.org.za to ensure that your business is independent and procurement ready for the private sector. Property Point is a Growthpoint Properties CSI initiative, South Africa's largest listed property company, growing sustainable entrepreneurs.
180 with Bob. 180 with Bob. Now that's on point.
Entrepreneurship, a wonderful